Manager ORan Kearney, boys are out training here this evening. Irish Cup final drawing ever closer. What's the mood in the camp at this particular time?
Hopefully you can see quite buoyant and in real good form and rightfully so. It's been a really pleasing season to date. And I think with that we just want to carry that momentum that we've had for the big part of the second season through Saturday's game and then following into the cup final next Saturday.
The cup final itself, it'll be I suppose a novel experience for a lot of the players, but I suppose in their favour is that some of the backroom staff, yourself included, Winky Murphy, etc., have a lot of experience of cup finals and winning experience. How important will that be come cup final day?
I think it's very important for the week in general. You know, I think the whole week there's a serious buzz about it. There's a serious excitement about the whole week, but the most important part of the week comes at the very end of it, which is the match, and that's the part that makes or breaks it. So there's no point. Yes, you have to try and enjoy all aspects of it, but the focus must remain because the most important aspect, obviously, is the game and the winning of the game on the Saturday. And
you say all the razzmatazz around cup finals, and that's part and parcel of it. But at what point does that razzmatazz, for want of a better word, finish and the serious business start?
It's hard to get it to finish because it's everywhere. We've photos tonight, we've stuff after training, stuff before training. The last couple of weeks has been measuring up for suits and getting suits after training, so it's been a manic couple of weeks, and you have to embrace it rather than try and fight it or whatever else. And I think the players are fully aware that the match is the most important part of it, and yes, they have to enjoy these moments, but in the same stretch, the closer it gets, I think the more tuned in we'll become.
You mentioned yourself, Winky, Stephen Douglas, some of the older hands I suppose around the club, but a lot has been made this year about the young players, and they're a vital part of the side. How do you think they'll react to cup final day? I mean, massive crowd and the whole experience of that.
I think adrenaline should just take them through it. I think when you're a young player, I don't fear for the young lads. I think young players in particular, you play with, with less fear. I think the older you get, the more you think about the game, and the more chance there is of maybe a bit of nerves or wondering what if or whatever else. But I think the young lads, like we've seen a lot this season, they just go out and they go for it, and I think that's the thing that we'll be looking for next Saturday.
Irish Cup, traditionally the biggest day of the football season. What would it mean to you, to this group of players and to the club to beat Linfield and come home up the road with the Irish Cup?
I think it's the stuff dreams are made of, and I've had the pleasure of winning a couple of cups as a player, and they are joyous times. They are everything you've explained them to be there, and again, for the change room that we've got here and for the people of this town and area and all the rest, it's been a long time since the last victory. So with that, I think it's important that we go and give it our best shot next Saturday, and fingers crossed, I think the party would go for days, I would say.
Coleraine Chairman Colin McKendry, how important is it therefore for the players to put on I suppose a good show on cup final day and even win the cup? I mean, to try and attract those one day a year supporters back on a regular basis?
Well, it's the Irish Cup final is a day for promoting what this game's all about. It's a big crowd, hopefully it's a good day, splash of colour, our new cup final kit, and good following. And hopefully, it's good weather, and when we do win the cup, I think that's what you meant to say earlier, hopefully we can put on a good show, and we bring it's about families as well, because there are a lot of families going to this, and that's what it's all about, for getting the families back into it.
You just mentioned about the town and the areas. I mean, it seems to be this year particularly, it's really caught people's imagination. I think ticket sales, I think there's not many tickets to be had left. Are you surprised or delighted with the response from the general public?
No, we're not surprised. I think for a big game like this, you get lots of people who possibly don't normally attending. There's friends of families. I know quite a few of the players have 50-seater buses going with family, friends and everything else per player, if you know what I mean. So you just get a big entourage that will follow each of the players, and also, just as you say, the town in general. Friends of friends will go. It's a great weekend. It's a great day out, and it's something worth experiencing. And I think when you roll all that into one with the big crowd and everything at the National Stadium, it makes for a really exciting day.
Just finally, I remember one night up in the social club, maybe I think it was after the League Cup final defeat, and I think you said that night, I mean, it was a great experience, and everybody was, the place was bouncing, and I think that night you said you'd love to see this place when you actually won a trophy. You would take the roof off the social club, I think was your words. that's something that would drive you on next Saturday?
No, it absolutely would, and I think when you look at the following and the crowd that's going to go next Saturday, you know, the elation of possibly bringing the cup down the road, it doesn't even bear thinking to the scenes that you would have down Ballycastle Road and around the town centre.
Thanks, Oran.
No problem, thank you.
Good man.